This is going to be a crazy game. Pelagus, what's going on, man? Good to see you up in the stream, bro. Sorry, it took me a little bit to actually set this up, but we are here. We've made it. Doing the coin flip for each sides right now. City and Napoli, Newcastle, Barcelona. Two magnificent games. This City-Napoli game, though, is going to be crazy. I actually really like Napoli. Definitely my favorite Serie A team right now. And it's not because, you know, they just recently won Serie A. It's not really for glory hunter reasons. It's just because they got a lot of players I enjoy. McTominay, Højlund, obviously ex-United guys. But literally one of my favorite players in the world, if you know me, especially if you've watched my FIFA streams in the past, the man, the myth, the legend, I don't even care how old he is, I would always want him at United, Zambo Anguissa. It's always a pleasure to watch Zambo Anguissa play football. Barca over 1.5 goals, easy money. Newcastle's playing at home in this game too, right? They should be able to get 2 goals against Newcastle. Lee, what's going on, man? Chompas, appreciate the likes on the live. Rashford getting the start here. Barcelona wearing their pink. Is that a pink? Yeah, pink jerseys. Has Rashford even scored a goal for Barcelona yet? My main interest is to see, first half getting underway here. My main interest is to see how Højlund is playing, because apparently he was good on his debut. I saw the goal he did score, but I didn't see the whole performance. Is it, like, I know it is true. United's cursed and we ruin players, definitely, but at the same time, like, some of these players just straight up aren't good enough. Højlund was always a weird one for me because I wanted him to succeed so bad. I liked him, like, his attitude as a player and his work rates and stuff, but just his tech, some of the things he would technically do was just not up to par for what it needed to be. Like when I see Šeško playing, comparing him to Højlund, it's like Šeško is literally better than him at everything. But this move to Napoli is his opportunity to prove everybody wrong here. Hey, Jay, what's going on, man? Good to see you up in the TikTok, bro. How you been, man? Anybody got some score predictions for this game? I haven't even given one yet. I'm going to say City, Napoli 1-1, and then I'll say 3-1 Barcelona in the Newcastle game. Where do you get jerseys in Canada? Where do I get jerseys? Shameless plug. Soccer Atos. The link is in my TikTok bio. Use the code TFC1 for, I believe it's 15% off. The best replica jerseys you can get for cheap. Quattro liner. What's going on, boss? John, what's going on? What's the bet for today? He says, Troy, what's up? I'm 5-1 on my picks on your stream this season. Man City versus Napoli, both teams to score and over 2.5. And Barca to win and over 2.5. Let's keep it going. Let me see great football. I can see that, and it kind of goes with my prediction. I said 3-1 Barcelona, but I said I'm going with a 1-1 in this City Napoli though. City Napoli 2-2. Barca 3, Newcastle 1, yeah. That Barca game just has 3-1 written all over it. I think City 2-2, Napoli, then last few minutes, McTominay assist from Højlund. Or sorry, McTominay assists Højlund. That would be crazy, man. I'm mainly paying attention to the City Napoli game, but I do have the Newcastle Barca game on like my phone playing. Gabe, what's going on, man? Trippier free kick deep from half, putting it into the box. Able to get it under control. Is that Dan Byrne? I can't even tell who's who because my screen's so small. David, what's going on, man? He says, I'm heartbroken because FC Copenhagen did not win in the end of the game. What was the final score of that? I saw they were up 1-0. And they blew it? O'Reilly back to Doku. He's got 3 Napoli players closing him down. Ooh. Ruben Diaz tries the one-time spectacular finish from deep. Doesn't really make a good connection on it. Just goes wide out for a goal kick. It ended 2-2. That's still not a bad result, though, for them, you know. But so were they ever winning 2-0? Or was it they were only ever winning by 1 goal? If they were winning 2-0 and then threw it away 2-2, yeah, that would definitely be heartbreaking. McTominay's jersey it wasn't like that when he was playing for United, right? It's like Mick, like MC, space, and then Tominay. His United jersey was just like all one name, like without the space. Oh my goodness, huge chance here for Foden. Ref does blow the whistle though. I think Lobotka just getting clipped there, right on the edge of his own box. Referee does blow for a free kick. I wouldn't write Newcastle off. Barca ain't that good like the way of what they were like when Messi was there. Yeah, of course, they're nowhere near that level. But still a very good team. Newcastle... Oh my goodness, Newcastle have a great opportunity here. There was a cutback. Who was that? It was Gordon. Had a brilliant opportunity to put Newcastle up 1-0. Ball just went straight through his legs, I think, there. We're winning 2-1 in the 86th minute. Then Leverkusen scored in the 90th. Oh. Who is Leverkusen's manager now? Says they sacked Ten Hag. City playing it back to Donnarumma. Højlund going to press this here and McTominay. Good press from Napoli. Trying to keep them into the corner. Ruben Dias forced long. Can Holland hold it up? He can't. Ball bounces over his head. Also, boys, vote on the poll if you haven't already, which I'm probably going to end up doing anyway, but I just want to see what the vibes are. Should I get EAFC 26, and would you watch EAFC 26 streams? They have a Danish coach now. Rashford playing as well. Yeah, does anybody know, has Rashford even scored a goal for Barcelona yet? I need to say this, Amorim is the biggest entitled P word. You're suffering more than United fans. You're a multimillionaire scamming a living off United. He needs to go. I can't stand the BS. You know, I understand why people would be Ruben out, but I'm prepared for us to be bad to see us be great in the future. And also, we don't even really know. Like, we've played against Arsenal, City, Fulham, and Burnley. Even Fulham's a tough team to play against. I really don't think it's that bad. But like, let's say the next 3 games, we play Chelsea, Brentford, Sunderland. If we lose all 3 of those games, then maybe we got to reevaluate a little bit. And I'm not even saying in terms of just sacking Amorim. I'm just in terms of something. You know, something's got to change. Whether it's the formation, Bruno playing center mid, something's got to change. Put 100 on Haaland to score and City to be up at halftime. Not a bad bet at all. What's the return on that? Leverkusen's manager, he's Danish and his name is Kasper Hjulmand. 100 to get 430. Damn. Reinders? Ooh. Power behind it, but pretty straightforward for the keeper. Out for a corner for City here. Could this be your moment, Tony? Imagine. Haaland off a corner. Foden whips it to the back post. Jeremy Doku had all the space in the world, so much space that he was able to take it down off his chest. Couldn't quite get the shot off, but poor defending there from Napoli. How does somebody have that much space off a corner to take it down off the chest inside like the 6-yard box? Højlund a little banged up here, though. That had my blood boiling, bro. I thought about having to suffer 90 minutes every week to watch him and the team, but put on a weekly clown show. I'm just saying United fans deserve better. Absolutely. And I was looking back. I was talking in the stream yesterday of when was the last time United won 2 league games in a row? The last time United won 2 league games in a row was not last season, but the season before that. 2023, the last 2 games of the season in 2023, we beat Chelsea and Newcastle, I believe. That was the last time we won two league games in a row. I was going to add a KDB goal or assist, but I don't know. I mean, this is a hard game to predict. Like, it's going to be close to the very end. Galatasaray up 1-0. Who scored, David? Osimhen? Galatasaray have such a good team, man. Like fucking Osimhen, Sane, Cardi. Remember when Yaya was at Galatasaray for a little bit? Spencer, what's going on, man? Oh my goodness, look at this move. Holy shit. Play's still alive here for Napoli. Cross coming into the back post. My big man Zambo trying to knock it down for a McTominay. Rodri onto the ball, though, able to settle it, playing Jeremy Doku out wide. He's going to try and start a little counter-attack here for City. Di Lorenzo trying to close him down. Just going to go back to Rodri here. City just going to try and get some more players forward. Harith, what's going on, man? Damn, why are you watching this game? Oof. What do you mean? I got this game and the Newcastle Barcelona. These are great matchups. Why would I not watch it? Dude, they literally have two. Look at Doku right now. They have two guys marking him every single time he gets the ball in that area. I don't know if people will be watching Barca versus Newcastle, but fairs, it's a good game. I have that game on as well. I'm mainly watching the City Napoli game. That's the game that's on my other monitor, but I do have the Newcastle Barca game on my phone, which I'm glancing at. Like, I just wanted to see Højlund at Napoli, and I like McTominay too, obviously. Crimson King, what's going on, man? You got a score prediction? He's saying let's go Barca. Yeah, I'm saying 3-1 Barca in that game. Cole up in here as well. What's going on, boys? All the legends join up the stream right now. It's good to see you guys. Bernardo Silva switching this ball out here. Patient play here from City. Dude, Bernardo Silva is so good. Like, I feel like if you were to compare David Silva and Bernardo Silva, I feel like everybody would say David Silva is a better player, and I would say that as well. But I feel like statistically, Bernardo Silva might have better stats than David Silva. But at the same time, Bernardo Silva played... I mean, the City team was still great when David Silva was playing as well, but... the players that Bernardo Silva was playing with are way better than the ones that David Silva was playing with. Still all great players in both teams, but... this team's way stronger. (2-1) Barca. Ball into the box. Haaland went up for it. I think Vardy just got in his way. How is Højlund playing? Hasn't really been able to get on the ball that much. He's done some nice pressing, but that's about it. Kind of like what he is at United. Nice pressing, can't get on the ball. What is... oh, yeah. Cooking some good lasagna, hoping for Napoli to do a madness. Fuck with lasagna. Dude, you know what's really good is a chicken lasagna. Class. Benny, what's going on, man? Oh my goodness, huge opportunity there for Napoli. That wasn't McSauce, was it? No, it wasn't. I think there was a whistle in there. But still, great save from Donnarumma. Conte needs to beat the dusty European allegations. Damn, that's a really good save by Donnarumma. Man, United really should have got Donnarumma. He's going to be so hard to deal with. Like, you already get very few chances against City. And when you get those very few chances, now you're going to have to deal with Donnarumma. Like, guy's freaking massive. He covers all of the goal. It is a chicken lasagna? Oof, I'm jealous. Oh my goodness, here's Haaland. He goes down. What is the referee just said? I thought he gave a free kick. Haaland wants a red card. I'm sure VAR is going to have a look at this. Honestly, it kind of looked like he brought him down when he was on a breakaway. Referee says play on. It'll be interesting to see what VAR says. Better not let Chelsea get 3 points. We're getting at least a draw from that game. Let's see this replay back here, though. I don't know what the defender's doing there. He just falls straight to the ground. Is that not a red? Brother, respectfully, who do I want to win? City, right? No. Dude, this is kind of a red, though. David with 30 roses, man. Appreciate you, big dog, as always. What are the thoughts on this call here? Is that... VAR is going to have a check. Potential red card. This could change everything. Is Højlund playing? He is. Højlund and McTominay. Think Prem teams are overhyped? Why would you think that? They've literally made it deep into every European competition pretty much every year for the past, 5 or so years? The Europa League final was like the 2 worst Prem teams, pretty much, to not get relegated, apart from Wolves. This has to be a red. I think it's a red. Yeah, red card. Easy as you like. Captain sent off inside 20 minutes. This kind of just ruined the game because I imagine Conte is just going to go super defensive now. Dude, that's rough. That center back, though, from Napoli, what was he doing there? He, went to challenge Haaland for the ball, and then he just fell to the ground, and Haaland didn't even really touch him. Dude, he's so close, too, of getting to this ball, Di Lorenzo. Literally, a centimeter away from touching that ball. And he just doesn't get there. Early shower for Di Lorenzo. Especially playing away, too. You do not want to see this for Napoli. Unlike Liverpool, we could properly win against a 10 men. Yeah, you'd think. There's no way City don't come up with a win here, right? Reinders to take this free kick, though. Off the wall, out for a City corner. It's happened before, long game ahead. Yeah, I could see. It's either going to be... I just don't see City not winning this from this point. It's either going to be they score a goal in this first half and then they just absolutely... they'll score like 2 or 3 more in the second. Or Napoli will hold on for dear life and then they'll concede in like the last 10 minutes. That is my prediction. I don't like... So many times we see... It's happened before where the teams have held on to the very end. But it happens more often than not where a team gets a red card early, hold on to the very end, and then throw it away in the last 10 minutes. I've seen that so many times. I think Newcastle just had a massive chance as well. Who does Barcelona have in net right now? Holland just had a chance, but Newcastle also had a chance, man. I don't know which game to look at. Oh my goodness, this is a brilliant chance from Newcastle and a great save. Harvey Barnes. Great save by the keeper, though. McTominay bullet header. That would be brilliant to see. Yeah, I just want to see Zambo cook. It's mainly from FIFA, my love from him, but Zambo's one of my favorite players. If Foden was able to weight that ball for Holland, that would have been disgusting. Dude, that was such a nice chance there from Newcastle, that Barnes chance. Elanga puts a beautiful ball across. Is the Etihad Stadium living up to its name? Dude, you know what was crazy? I don't know if, like, my brain was tricking me into hearing this or this is what I was actually hearing. When we were down 2-0, like when United was playing City, we were down 2-0 at the Etihad. I swear I was hearing the fans sing, like, the Ruben Amorim chant. Down 2-0 at the Etihad, and you can't even hear the City fans. You just hear the United fans singing Ruben Amorim's song while we're losing. What? They've taken off De Bruyne. Oliveira in, De Bruyne out. Obviously a tactical change here, but... Short return back to Man City for KDB. Newcastle all over Barca. Dude, do I switch games? Like, do I put the Barca-Newcastle game on the main screen? Because, like, the City-Napoli game could be cooked. It could just be a lot of Napoli just sitting back and then... City trying to break them down. Like, look at this. The whole Napoli team pretty much inside their own box. This is going to be a disgusting, just a gross game to watch now. I think he will be gone shortly. He has had 31 league games and just 8 wins. 4 of them were against newly promoted teams, I think. We're talking about Amorim. I honestly don't know what's going to happen there. I really don't. I don't think it's fair to judge to talk about anything that happened last season, I think is unfair. Because our team was shit. He had only one player that was actually his signing that he brought in January, which was Dorgu, and even then, that wasn't even a first choice signing. We were dealing with disgusting injuries, bad morale, toxic players. You know, like just so much. Like you can't really blame Amorim for that because it would have happened no matter who's in charge. Our team literally was just falling apart. Still is like that, but it's a little bit better now. We definitely do need to get some consistency in these results, though. Problem is, if you bring someone else, I don't think it'll make much of a difference. To be honest, it won't. It won't. We've already been down this road. This is essentially, if we were to sack Amorim at this point, it'd be essentially what happened, the same shit that happened with Ten Hag last season. And then we're going to bring in another manager who's the same shit's going to happen because our players suck. And like this stuff isn't going to end until somebody said this in my comments. He was saying like this is a conversation United fans aren't ready for. He said every player that was brought in before Ruben needs to be sold, including Bruno, Ahmed, all those guys. And honestly, I kind of agree. Like, there's maybe a couple guys that I would say, like, maybe, okay, yeah, like a Euro. And honestly, I would keep Ahmed, but, like, you need someone better than Ahmed. Like, Ahmed should not be starting. Like, to be honest, like, for the type of club we are and where we're aiming to be, where Ahmed is at this point in his career, he shouldn't be starting. We'll do a comparison to Jeremy Doku. He doesn't start every game. Doku's way better than Ahmed. That's why we need 6 to 8 years to rebuild. But that's the thing. That's why that's why I believe we should give Ruben time. Because it's like we can't just... The rebuild has literally just started. If we sack him now and bring in another manager, then it's just going to be the same cycle of bullshit where we sign players for one manager, sack them, and then we got to get rid of all these players and bring in new ones for a new manager. And then we're just going to sack that manager and then have to get rid of those players, and it's just an endless cycle of bullshit. That's why I'm at the point now where I would rather just see what happens with Ruben. Even if we are shit, even if we finish 15th again, I would rather see what happens with Ruben. I think every manager, unless it's like toxic shit within the club, like if the players as well hated Ruben and like the actual like players that actually help the team, not players like fucking Garnacho and those type of guys who just hate him because he's got a shitty attitude, because they have shitty attitudes and Ruben calls him out on it. Like that's a good thing because he's setting standards in this club again. No other manager has even attempted to do that. They've just fed into the bullshit. And they've, like, what's the word? Like, you know, it's kind of like being the manager of United is kind of like dealing with kids. It really is. It's like you can't reward bad behavior. And that's what like Ten Hag, rewarding bad behavior. Rashford should never have been able to get away with. He got away with murder at this club. Motherfuckers being late for training as well. Like, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I think you guys finished 11th to 14th. I still have hope in 6th to 8th. I would say I could open that up from 6th to 11th. 14. I think we're better. We're better than 14th. I think. And regardless of what happens this season, there's no way we need to bring in at least one. Well, we need to bring in like fucking 8 new players, really. But in January, at least minimum 1, ideally 2. And both of them need to be midfielders. Like 2 central midfielders and a wing back would be ideal. So I'd rather see it off with Ole or Nistelrooy or Rooney, at least the standards and Sir Alex Ferguson era that know what it takes 6 to 8 years. But it's also like it's just a different era of football. Like the players now, they don't react to like the whole hair dryer method and shit because it's like without like to be honest, the younger generation's a bunch of pussies. You know, they get their feelings hurt. Like, you know how many injuries? Like, I swear a majority of our injuries from last season weren't even actual injuries. Like, they weren't physically hurt. Their feelings were hurt. And that's why they couldn't play in certain games. Like, imagine that. You got players in your team out for 2 months with hurt feelings. Fuck you. Do you miss Zlatan? Absolutely, bro. Especially that first season he came in. Oh my goodness. Holland had a chance to maybe find a shot there. Just lost the ball on his feet and Napoli able to clear. Still 0-0 in both games here. I think about his reign for us every day. Yeah, dude. The Pogba Zlatan link up was crazy. Hurt feelings gonna linger, Troy. Hey, dude, I don't even know. If Sir Alex, here's a question for you, because I've thought about this too. If Sir Alex came out of retirement and took charge of this United team, what place finish do you think he could get? The only thing is, Sir Alex actually retired at the perfect time because if he continued, the job literally would have killed him. Oh my goodness, what a ball. Holland, ooh, just couldn't quite get there. It's at the back post. 8th, and that would be good. If Ruben ends up finishing 6th to 8th, like that is actually like very successful based off last season. Maybe Europa or Conference. Dude, if we do get rid of Ruben, we got to go back. Like Gabe was talking about our DNA, we got to go back to 4-4-2. I'm not saying get rid of Ruben, but if we do, go back to 4-4-2. Get some wingers that can actually cross a fucking ball, and let's go back to our proper DNA. Top 10 easily. He knows what we need. Frankfurt just got an equalizer.
Whee! Who is that? Rodri. Strike from the top of the box. Good save from Savic. Offside flag comes up. RPJ, what's going on, man? Who is Frankfurt playing against? Let's see these scores of the rest of the games. Sporting and Kairat 0-0. Oh, they're playing Galatasaray, right? Dude, how about Mourinho's first Champions League game in charge of Benfica is going to be against Chelsea? That's going to be crazy. Look at Zambo. Working hard. McTominay, the ball was too far in front of him. He tried to get on the end of it, but it's just put out for a Napoli throw-in. First real chance Napoli have had since the red card to get into a dangerous position. When am I doing gaming streams? It's been a long time. I'm like when FIFA comes out. Also, boys, vote on the poll. And like vote on it honestly. Like I want to know like if you're not a FIFA guy, then say no. And if you're not actually going to watch it. But I'm just curious. And I'm going to do it anyway, no matter what the poll says. But I'm just curious to see who would actually watch or would be interested in watching some FIFA streams. And what I'd probably do, like I'd start with Ultimate Team, and then once Ultimate Team starts to piss me off, then we might start a career mode type of thing. But yeah, I don't want to get the Ultimate Edition. I'm just going to get the fucking Standard Edition, which I believe comes out on the 25th. Why is Rashford so mid? He's not that effective? Dude, I just don't. He's just like... His decision-making is kind of shit. Like, he's one of those guys... Like, a great player knows what he's going to do with the ball before he even gets it. Rashford just, like, gets the ball, like, tries to take on a fullback, and then just gets caught in two minds, and then loses the ball. Look at this from Reinders. Holy crap. That would have been magical. But we really need all new fullbacks. None of our fullbacks are good enough. Like if we don't have any fullbacks that can actually cross a ball. Ahmad cannot cross the ball, at least with his right foot. Dorgu can't cross. Dallo cannot cross a ball. Mizraoui's really not that great at crossing either. Whoa, my goodness. Another huge save by this keeper. Puts it out from a corner. I think, was it O'Reilly? It's either Reinders or O'Reilly. Lovely ball from Bernardo Silva. Another huge save at that post. Holy shit. Dude, that is 3 saves. That is 3 saves in the same area that this keeper has made. Unreal saves, too. Oh my gosh. Was that Højlund? Just took a fucking rocket off the head. No, that wasn't Højlund. It was Politano. He just took... Dude, Italians are fucking tough as nails, man. That's the one thing I always respect about them. They fucking put their bodies on the line. Politano, he just blocked it, got back up, and then just took a full power volley straight off the face from about 5 yards away. And he's just shaking it off. Yamal apparently got injuries as well. Imagine both these games end 0-0. Vardio, wee. Tried one from outside the 18, just goes wide past the post. How did Di Lorenzo get sent off? Is it a dumb shit call? Nah, it was easy red card. They played like a ball over the top to Holland. Him and the center back like went up for it, and it went past both of them. And then he got caught in a foot race with Di Lorenzo. He got on the other side. Holland gets on the other side of Di Lorenzo. Now he's in behind one-on-one with the goalie pretty much. Still hasn't touched the ball yet. But Di Lorenzo slides to try and take the ball away from Holland before he gets there. Just, like, literally misses the ball by, like, 1 centimeter and takes out Holland. He goes down. And it wasn't even called originally, but then VAR checked it and gave a red. It definitely was a red, though. Zorku trying to wiggle his way into the box. Just gets away from him, and ball's gone straight out for a goal kick to Napoli. Just a couple minutes left here in the first half in both of these games. Still 0-0 on both of them. Conte looking a little bit frustrated here. I think he wants a halftime whistle. Essa Postman, what's up? He says, "We are Liverpool. We can only do what we do best, which is..." Scoreboard watching on FanDuel. I'll keep you updated on the other games. Yeah, let me know what happens. I want to see what happens in that Sporting game as well. Mourinho back to Benfica is very emotional. And I hope he actually succeeds. Like if he wins the Portuguese league with Benfica, that'd be crazy. When was the last, John? You know when the last time Benfica won Portuguese league? Sporting up 1-0. No way. Who scored? You don't know? Here, let me look it up. I'm actually curious. Dude, Google's so dumb. Like, why can't you just tell me the answer? Why do I have to search for it? See, this is why AI. Like, why do I have to ask AI? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT so they can give me a fucking straight answer. Because apparently Google can't give you a straight answer anymore. I Google, when was the last time Benfica won the league? And then they just show me websites about their whole club history. Is that what I asked? (2022-2023) season. So not even that long ago. Bernardo Silva, lovely cutback, little Cruyff turn there. This got to be a goal. Oh, own goal? Dude, holy shit, this goal. Di Lorenzo loves it too. That 100% probably would have been a goal there. They are holding on for dear life here, Napoli. And I'm telling you, they will concede in the last 10 minutes in some heartbreaking fashion. That was 100% going in. Di Lorenzo just saved them. The keeper's also done well to react to keep that out of the net. Dude, he's definitely like... Do they do a Champions League team of the week? If they do, the keeper is definitely in that. Troy Benfica will be Amorim's next stop after he gets his 12 million servants when he gets sacked. But they literally just brought in Mourinho. If they didn't, there was actually some talks about that happening. But like they just brought in Mourinho, so realistically that's not going to happen anymore. It's probably an OG for the Sporting game. Here, let's see. It was... Oh, shit. I think Frankfurt just scored 2-1. Down 1-0, up 2-1 from Frankfurt. Trincao scored for Sporting. I like him. He's a good player. I wish he did better when he was at Wolves. Oh, my goodness. Another chance here for City. Just couldn't quite get it on target. Oh, probably an own goal for the City goal. Yeah, honestly. And watch it be Di Lorenzo too after he's done like has like the game, one of the best games of his life too. Frankfurt 2, Galatasaray 1. I'm telling you, this will have 5 goals at least. Dude, the start of this Champions League campaign has been freaking crazy. No way, Phil. 3-1. They just scored again? No. Dude, Sporting missed a penalty as well. It's not 3-1, is it? I still see 2-1. Gala cooked. Spencer saying 3-1 as well. I don't think my app's updated. Dude, I forgot Galatasaray had Gundogan as well. They actually have such a crazy team. Wow. We are at halftime, though, in both of these games. And also, just on a different note, W's in the chat for me for getting out of last in our Premier League fantasy. Finally, I'm out of last. It feels good. And you know what? I'm confident that I can come back and have like a top half of the table finish, too. I went from 12th up to 10th. Past George. Feels good. I'm 3 points behind David. I'd like to pass David, Dan, Tesco Sheshko, Chronic, and yeah, like I want to get up into like the 220. I need to be up into like the top 5. Adam Ramsey though, there's no way he didn't use like these guys at the top. There's no way. Like, there's 248 points, 247, 238. And I have 193. They almost have 100 points. Or not almost. Like, they have 50 points more than I do. There's no way that they didn't use their, like, wild cards or whatever. Or, like, their like... You know what I mean? Like, the cards that give them extra points. 3-1. I'm going to be over 5.5 and 6.5. Wait, you already had from the beginning of the game over 5.5 and 6.5, or are you taking that now? Dude, I actually wouldn't even be surprised if Galatasaray comes back. Imagine a 3-3 or a 4-3. I'm hoping... I'd like to see Napoli hold on for a 0-0, but the Barca-Newcastle game, we got to see goals in the second half. I think I'm going to switch what I'm putting the Newcastle-Barca game on the big screen. Because it's just going to be 45 minutes of Napoli defending for their lives. Barca Newcastle is so good right now too. Elenga is low-key playing good. Dude, that one ball he crossed in for Harvey Barnes, that would have been a great goal, but the keeper made a great save too, to be fair. Taking it now, I already won both teams to score and over 2.5. I live bet over 4.5, 5.5, and 6.5 just now. John, what is the best play for the American football game? There's Dolphins and who is it? And please don't tell me anything about the Dolphins. Don't give me a Dolphins play. Please don't tell me that. Don't tell me the Dolphins are gonna win. They're playing the Bills, minus 11.5 for the Bills. That's quite a lot. If we're talking about the total, over or under 50.5, Dolphins, Bills. I kind of would lean under. Just because Bills could be like they could be a high-scoring team, but they can also, fuck around. Dolphins are just pure shit. I've been actually been betting lightly in NFL since I've been cooking at soccer. Yeah, I haven't even been sports betting at all these past couple weeks. Bills minus 11.5 and under 50. I would take Bills team total over. Yeah. If Bills don't win, cover 11.5, then surely it's going under. But even if they do cover, I think under 50 is the safe bet. Any United chat allowed right now? LOL wanted to get input on something. Absolutely, bro. You can talk. You can chat about anything you want with me. And also appreciate the cocktail. I didn't even recognize that till now. Appreciate you, man. You're giving me cocktails, and then of course you can ask me a question. Looking ahead to the Chelsea game, though, does anybody have a score prediction for that? I'm still sticking with a 0-0 or a 1-1, but it'd be such a relief if we just could get 3 points from this game. If the players could actually turn up, and it's not even about doing it for themselves at this point. They got to do it for fucking Ruben. Ruben has been defending these shocking ass players that really don't even deserve it after every single game. The least they can do for Ruben is fucking get 3 points from him in this game. They got to start doing it. How many times have these players got sacked the managers that we've had? If they can't play for themselves, or they can't play for the fans, at least do it for the manager. Robert, what's going on, man? Bayern playing good yesterday. Yeah, they look strong. I mean, Bayern's always a strong team, but they've looked stronger this year than in like previous years. I get saying the players are trash because they are, but there has to be a problem with the coach. I don't disagree about like what people are saying in terms of we don't have the players to play the formation, so why are we playing the formation? I'm just thinking about like the long term. Because Ruben wants to play his system or whatever. And I actually think it is a good system if you actually have the players to play it. But I think instead of just like papering over the cracks, because let's say he plays a fucking 4-3-3 or whatever, and we end up just being like barely scraping Champions League football, like sitting in that area of Champions League, Europa League type of vibes. Ruben, like if I'm Ruben, because I don't want mediocrity. I'd rather either be terrible or really great. Because if we're terrible, then you can see there is no hiding from all the mistakes. If we're just mediocre, then it's like okay, we can still have a Shaw or a Maguire because like yeah, they're not good enough for us to actually win the league, but they may be able to get us Champions League football or Europa League football. And fuck that. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Also, Ruben's attitude as a coach, or attitude is kind of weird. You're a pro coach and can't make one small adjustment. See, that's the thing, too, is like, I don't believe that. Like, when people say that he doesn't change anything in the games, he does. Like, it may start as a 3-4-2-1 or a 3-4-3, whatever you want to call it. But that's not how the players are actually shaped throughout the whole game. It's continuously changing. And he is a stubborn coach, and I can understand why people might be tired with him, because he is the reason like I just understand him is because he's very Portuguese. All right? And I've grew up with Portuguese people my whole life. I know how they are, I know how they act. And I could even tell at the end of the last interview that he's like starting to get pissed off too. Who got carded? It was Di Lorenzo, straight red. Problem is Amorim can't adapt. They get picked apart within 30 minutes. Okay, let's say hypothetically. If he was to adapt, what do you think he should do? And if like this idea of whoever thinks what he should do you think that would actually make a difference? Like, do you think you genuinely believe that just us changing to a 4-3-3 is going to change anything? I don't. Adolf coming up in here showing some loves with a donut and a tiny hot dog. Much love, bro. Was it a red, though? Absolutely. It was like Holland would have been straight through on a breakaway, and Di Lorenzo got none of the ball and like just clipped them, and he went down. It's 100% a red. Players are pushing Amorim out the door. I mean, they've done this with every manager, man. And that's the thing is there's no point of sacking Amorim. We got to get rid of the players. And like... Even if you want Amorim gone, you still have to get rid of the players. There is no getting around the fact that we have to get rid of like literally 70% of the team. There's literally how many players are genuinely good enough to play for United? Yoro, Cunha, and Mbumo, Šeško. And those are all new signings. I'm not here. I won't bring up anybody that we just signed recently. Yoro, De Ligt, and even that, De Ligt was very poor in that City game positionally, but I do like him still. Bruno, but not at center mid, and even then, he's towards the end of his career. I probably end up selling him to Saudi. I wouldn't even have Martinez, too, I wouldn't... I think out of the players we have right now, I'd rather have Martinez, but I don't want a short center back. I don't want that. Who else? Kobe Mainu? I do like Dorgu as well too, but he's not good enough to be. He shouldn't be starting. You know what I mean? For who we are as a club, Patrick Dorgu shouldn't be starting. He should be like our backup left back. And maybe you throw Ahmad in there as well. Everyone else has to go. And like those guys, like some guys are good enough for the position, like where we are now as a team, like Maguire, for example. For where we are right now as a club, he could be useful for us. But for where we want to be, we can't have Maguire in our team. You're never gonna win the league with Maguire in your team. A guy like Luke Shaw has to go. Dallo has to go. Maguire honestly has to go as well. Mazraoui I would keep. Ugarte should go, honestly. I don't even like him at all. Casimiro has to go. What about Xerxes? Xerxes is a weird one because I actually like him a lot, but like I'd keep him like he's just like kind of a depth guy. You know what I mean? It's mainly like Shaw, Maguire, and Dallo. Main culprits have to go. These guys have been here for so long and have cost us year after year after year. We know them. We know what they're about. Second half, though, about to start here. I have the Newcastle Barca game on the big screen now. Stormtrooper, what are your thoughts on Xerxes? Because I actually like him. Like, he is a good player, but you can't, like, really rely on him because he's always injured. You know what I mean? He's kind of like Martial. Not in terms of, like, play style, but just in terms of availability. You know what's crazy? Who had a better United career? I don't even know what his stats exactly were, but would it be crazy to say that Weghorst did more for United than Højlund did? I don't think that's that crazy to say. Dorgu's level is nowhere near to be called an upgrade to left back. You know what the crazy thing is? Like, I made a video talking about how bad our crosses were and that we weren't even trying to get it to Šeško. And I agree, Dorgu is a very bad crosser, and everybody was, like, there were some comments saying that Dorgu shouldn't even be in the team, which I don't necessarily disagree with that statement, but if we're thinking about, okay, if Dorgu comes out, then who else do you put there? Your only other two options are Shaw, which I wouldn't be opposed to. If Shaw was going to play, I'd rather see him play left wing back than left center back, because at least he can actually cross a ball. Or Dallo. And I'd rather go like this. Hands behind my back. Chin out. And let Mike Tyson uppercut me straight in the jaw. Then watch Dallo play, period. Let alone at left wing back again. The most painful, easily one of the most painful times in my life watching United was last season dealing with, before we even had Dorgu, dealing with watching Dallo play as a left wing back. Fucking dreadful. He shit at right wing back. Like, never. It was the same thing every time he would get the ball.
You get the ball on the left side, never once, even if he had all the space in the world, would he go down that left side and actually try to fucking cross a ball or do anything to help attack. It was always, ball came over to him, he would either pass it backwards or inside in the middle. Or in majority of the time, he'd just give it away. But just like defensively, he's a disgrace, dude. The reason we lost to Fulham is the biggest fuck you to him I've ever seen in my life. Like that goal we conceded where he just turned straight into fucking Iwobi, I believe it was. It's just stupid as shit. We're holding on to a 1-goal lead and you're doing dumb shit like that. This is why I say you cannot play Shaw or Dallo ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I literally cannot talk about them without getting enraged. Like, it's actually crazy. Who's United playing in the Champions League? Hold on, let me find out. I'll actually give you an answer. We are playing... We actually just played and we won 3-0 against Bran. Look, proof and everything. 3-0. There you go. Look, Champions League, United. There you go.
The fact that Dallo and Shaw still start for us is crazy. Dude, forget start. The fact that they're even at the club anymore is disgraceful. And Shaw's contract goes till 2027. So we're not even close to the end. The day that Shaw plays his last game for United will be one of the, like... That'll be up there in terms of celebrations. Oh, wow. Look at this from Barca. Rashford? Deflection? Oh, my goodness. How has he not scored there? There will be equal as amount of excitement in my heart for the last game I ever have to watch Shaw play for United. It'll be up there with like seeing United win the Prem again. It'll be the same type of feeling. It was good. We won 3-0. Yes, good performance. I swear United fans were saying Shaw is like the best left back when he's not injured last season. Nah, bro. I've always said Luke Shaw's shit. I've always said it. He's literally a cheeseburger. Rasmus will score. I mean, if Napoli score at all with playing with 10 men from the 20th minute, that would be crazy. Still 0-0. I'm still calling that they concede in the last 10 minutes. How has Shaw stayed at the club for over a decade is insane. Dude, our club is literally... I hate when they do this charity shit. They did it with Phil Jones as well. Like, why are we giving contracts to guys who are fucking injured all the time and aren't even really that good anyway? Just because, like, we feel bad? Fuck that, dude. This is a business. I don't give a fuck. Oh, you're injured? I don't give a fuck. Fuck off if you're injured. Like, you can't play anymore? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? And I actually have more... Phil Jones did way more for United than fucking Luke Shaw ever did. Because, yeah, Phil Jones dealt with injuries in the same way. And, you know, like, I can have sympathy for people who deal with injuries. But at least when Phil Jones did come in and play, he fucking left everything out on that field. Shaw's a little bitch. Pick and choosing when he wants to fucking... when he wants to get stuck in or not. Fuck you, you fat prick. Oh, dude, it makes me so angry. There's nobody in the squad that makes me more angry. Why does Manu not play such a beatable midfield? Dude, I don't understand, bro. And if there's talks about him potentially going to Newcastle, we cannot get rid of Kobe Manu, man. He's such a good player and still so young and like has so much potential. Like Kobe Manu, when he was playing, like the first season he came into the first team at United, obviously you remember, absolutely ridiculous. But when he was in the England team as well, he was great. You're a United fan? I thought you were a City fan. No, I'm a United fan. Maguire needs to go too. Not only is he just slow, the main reason why Maguire isn't good enough is because his decision making is terrible. We like all these guys that have low footballing IQ need to fuck off. Wow, what a ball. Elanga getting in behind here. Joe Linton tries to find Bruno. Couldn't quite get it to him, but Newcastle's still in possession here. Here's Joe Linton playing Elanga wide. Cross comes in. Wolfmaid tried to go up for it just over his head. And Elanga's still in possession here. Barcelona struggling to clear the ball. Trippier finding Bruno Guimaraes inside the box. Beats one man, lays it off to Tonali. Straight down the middle of the goal. Casemiro and Bruno are way too slow to play midfield in the Premier League. I agree. Our midfield, like our whole midfield is shit. Our center mids are shit and our wing backs are shit. And I don't even know, like why play Luke Shaw? Just because he's left-footed isn't a good enough reason. Aiden Heaven should be playing. And people said that Aiden Heaven played bad against Grimsby. No, he didn't. He didn't play bad at all. He didn't do anything wrong. The whole team played like shit. Can Manu play 6? I mean, yes, but like we need someone like a Paul Pogba type player to partner him in midfield. Even someone like a Frankie de Jong would literally be perfect. Like a Frankie de Jong, Kobe Manu midfield partnership would be gross. Slide Maguire in the midfield. There's been some talks about Martinez potentially playing in midfield, which I've been saying this for a long time. I'm like, dude, even when we were still playing a 4-back with Ten Hag, I'm like, why is Martinez not playing left back? City scored? Oh no. This is it right here. Is this even live right now? Oh, it is. This has to be it. Who is it? Is it Holland? Of course. Wow. Just a little lofted header over the key. Holland is so fucking good, bro. Like, he's scary. Such a good striker. And Šeško can be literally exactly that type of striker that Holland is if he actually got the bastard ball. And that's how shitty like our service is for our striker. I mean, there isn't any service for our striker. We don't even try to give him the ball. If Holland played for United, he wouldn't score any goals either. Foden is fucking such a class player too. Like that is just a ridiculous goal. Like, lovely ball from Foden too, but Holland, oh, that's ridiculous. It actually is ridiculous. Holland becomes the fastest player to reach 50 goals in the UCL now, 49 games. Mad. Sandro needs to be our number 6. I honestly, because he's good. He's good in tight spaces. He's a smart player. He's good at tackling. Why not? He played that position for Ajax. He's done it before. Ghostbusters 2 reference. Oh, the Vigo the. Dude, I've never even seen Ghostbusters. Rafinha, can he keep this in? He gets around Dan Burn on the goal line. Koundé's crossed in. There's Rashford, and he scored his first goal for Barcelona. Is this his first goal for Barcelona? It's a great header. It is his first goal. Great header from Marcus Rashford. Good for him. Nice cross from Koundé. Good header. Into the bottom left corner. Barcelona up 1-0. He needed that goal, Rashford. I feel like he'll be good for them in Champions League, but may struggle in the league. Crazy. Dan Burn just backs up just a little bit, and it gives Rashford the space to get that off. A Rashford header. You don't see a lot of Rashford headers. Rashford was my favorite player at United, and I still like him, says David. Where is your opinion on that? Because Rashford, he pisses me off so much because I have so much love for him. And just to see him not seem to like walk around the pitch and not really care, that's what enrages me. What's your thoughts on, like, do you think United should just like work it out with Rashford, or do you think it's like the relationship is just done there? He's better off just moving on. Like, he needs to move. I genuinely think it's to the point where he needs to move on from United, and United need to move on from him. Great header. Couldn't do that for United, though. Wasn't the first goal he ever scored for United a header? It was Midtjylland was his debut, wasn't it? It was either a header in that or his Prem debut. It was a header against Arsenal, I think. We're better off without him. Yeah, I think so too. Like, he's part of like why the standards are so bad at United right now. He is like the main culprit of being responsible for that. Say sell Rashford and buy maybe Leao, but Ineos under product is kind of ass. Dude, I actually don't even rate Leao. Every time I watch him for Portugal, he's fucking terrible. Like, he's literally just absolutely useless. Rashford is wasteful, really was wasteful for United. He's a honeymoon player. He works well with new managers. Yeah, 100%. I'd say the same. He needs to move on, but you still like him. Yeah, I mean, like, I want to see him do successful, and I want him to leave United so I don't have to have so much hatred anymore. Because, like, for me, it doesn't matter who you are. If you're not putting in your everything when you're playing for United, then I find it disrespectful in so many. It's disrespectful to the fans. It's disrespectful to your own teammates. It's disrespectful to the manager. It's disrespectful to yourself. Four subs coming in here for Newcastle. Change the score? Oh, yeah, true. True. My prediction was not quite right.
Thought they were going to hold on to at least the last 10 minutes.
Barca fan, would you keep Rashford at Barcelona, or do you think he should be like just the loan for this season and that's it? Appreciate you, man. We're seeing Joe Linton, Barnes, Elanga, and Shar coming off. And Willick, Woltmade, Murphy, and I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Thau? He's a center back. I believe he's German, isn't he? He's a good player. You would want to keep Rashford? And how much do you think he'd be worth in terms of that? Like, how much would realistically you think Barcelona should pay for him? And how old is Rashford? He's like 27? 27, 28 maybe? It should be like 40, 50 mil. 27? That's crazy. Like, I know he's younger, but if Elanga's going for what, 50, 55? Rashford's got to be going for like 40 to 50. Going into 28, his birthday's October 31st. Dude, I didn't even know that. My birthday's October 29th. Need both teams to score in both games. If Napoli score, it'd actually be a miracle because they've had a red card since the 20th minute. I haven't been paying too much attention for the second half, but from when they got the red card, they've literally only had one opportunity to score. Yeah, 28 end of October. John's October 20th. A's October 25th. Dude, everybody's October in here. Koundé trying to do a little back flick there to Rafinha. It's intercepted, but Frankie does well to keep it in there. Cross coming in, headed away. Only as far out as Frankie de Jong again. Barcelona going to settle this ball here. Finding Pedri in the middle, switching the play from right to left. Marcus Rashford on the ball now. Is he going to take on Trippier? Back to Pedri. Oh shit, 2-0. Jeremy Doku. Was it a good goal? And Napoli cooked. How was this goal? Dude, Doku is crazy, man. Such a good player. I need to get him in my fantasy. No way he scored a goal. No way he just scored that goal, man. His dribbling is fucked. Through the keeper's legs, too. Are you kidding me? Dude, the goal he scored against United was disgusting. Or, he didn't score against United, but the assist he got against United was disgusting. This is also disgusting. How he just gets through these tight spaces is crazy. He's so quick. And like he's quick in terms of like sprint speed, yes, but it's like how quick he moves his feet when he's dribbling, like in the tight spaces. You can't get the ball off him. You can't even make a challenge on him because once you put your foot in there, the ball's gone, or you're gonna foul him. Genuine. Here's a question. Might do a poll, maybe not, but who's better, Jeremy Doku or Jack Grealish? Because like Grealish is also obviously a fantastic player, but Doku is basically like Grealish on crack. Like Doku is like Grealish on his best day all the time. Marcus Rashford just scored a fucking belter. A straight bomb. Right in front of Thomas Tuchel as well. Oh my god. Dude, when this guy's on his day, he's fucked. If he was a consistent player, man, he'd be right up there with the likes of Mbappe and all of them. That's disgusting. Off the bar and in. Holy. This is the frustrating thing about him. He's just such a great player. But then he only does this like once a month. Dude, that shit literally just blew me away. Oh yeah, I forgot about the City one too. Wow. Sporting, John says Sporting 4-0. What about the Frankfurt game? We got any more goals in that? Still 3-1? 4-1 now, Frankfurt. Wow. Football is life. What's going on, man? Bro, why couldn't he do this at United? He did. But it's like the same. Like, he's not doing this consistently at Barcelona. He won't have another performance like this until, like, late October. He would do this for United. It would just happen once a month. Or once every month and a half or 2 months. This is what I was saying about, like, the players we have now are definitely worse than the ones we had before. Because, like Ahmed, what I was saying, Ahmed is not better than Garnacho. He has the potential to be better, but as of right now in this moment, Ahmed is not better than Garnacho. Rashford, like guys like Rashford, Sancho, Garnacho, like all those guys, they would turn up and like get us to like at least like once every 3 games. You know what I mean? These players we have now are literally just shit every single game. Like Ahmed's like a 1 in. Rashford, Garnacho are like a 1 in 3 games type of player. Ahmed's like a 1 in 5. And this is not to shit on Ahmed. I love Ahmed Diallo. I just think, he just needs to work on the consistency of his game a little bit more. Like, there's some times when you watch him play, he literally looks like one of the best players in the league. But then there's sometimes he's just absolutely ghosts. So Onana gets man of the match in his Trabzonspor debut. Højlund scores in his Napoli debut. And now Rashford does that in the Champions League. Dude, the Onana man of the match narrative is just like such BS. Because he wasn't even good. They literally lost 1-0 because of him. Because of a mistake he made. And all these saves he made were all straightforward saves. And that's the thing is with Onana, he'll never be good enough to play for United because even if he does have a good game, he shows his true colors, even for freaking Trabzonspor. You can't have a goalie that's like if you have the game of your life and then you make an error to concede a goal and you lose the game, then none of that other shit matters. That was a rocket from Rashford, dude. It really was. Bro used Power Shot Plus on that one. So, guys, on the YouTube, if you haven't voted on the poll, take a look at the poll and vote on it. Oh, Rashford sending it forward to Rafinha. Got Fernan Torres into the box. He's going to take on Dan Burn. Finds his shot. Couldn't get it on target. It's gone wide. Rashford is playing well for Barca. I hated him always scoring against Arsenal. Onana reminds me of Fabianski. Bro, I'd rather have Fabianski. Onana, there is not a goalkeeper Onana reminds me of. I've never seen a goalkeeper with the catalog of errors that Onana has. There's not a goalkeeper that even comes anywhere close. Like, Karius used to get memed a lot. Karius looks like fucking Buffon compared to Onana.
Even in the first half, I believe Rashford was the best. You know what's crazy?
Like I said, Rashford could easily be a Ballon d'Or contention player because based off just like pure ability and like what the player can do, Rashford's way better than Rafinha. But Rafinha's way more consistent, so he's more impactful. His consistency literally just screws him. Because he just can't get his mind, he can't focus. Rafinha's a smarter player and a more consistent player, but Rashford is a more talented player, I would say. Look up Fabianski versus Porto. I can't right now, but after the stream, I'll try to remember that. Can Newcastle get one back? Bruno Guimaraes finds the shot. Good save by the keeper. Pep should probably yank some of his guys off and save them for the Arsenal game. Who do I want to win that? I think
I'd rather have City win over Arsenal.
Oh, wow. Look at this from Rashford. He's going to take on Trippier here. Trippier looking a bit tired here. He's going to burn past him. Oh, just lost control of the ball here. That could have been 3 for Barca right there.
Can he get his hat trick? Do you think Rashford gets his hat trick in this game?
That's the thing. These players are not good enough for United. We expect the very best consistently 8 out of 10 performances every game. That's United standards. We dropping standards every season. Absolutely. And that's the thing is why you should like Ruben is actually creating That's the one thing. You can say, you know, the system and like he's stubborn and all that stuff, but the one thing you have to give Ruben credit for is he's creating standards at this club again. You cannot deny that. Because he's actually the only manager that's actually put his foot down and not given in to all these fucking toxic ass players like a Rashford, a Garnacho, a Sancho. And even just like with training, like it's the same thing. Like why he got rid of Rashford. It's like forget standards in the game. It's every day. It's when you come into training. It's how you interact with your squad. It's everything. And that's why I respect Amorim because he said like if he can tell that you're not giving it your all in practice and you're just going through the motions or whatever, he won't play you. He'll get rid of you. Don't either of them, but probably City. I can't stand Arsenal mostly because of their fucking delusional fans.
Yeah, this is the crazy thing.
It's like you don't even really hate Arsenal because of like the club. It's literally just their fans. Imagine Holland and United. Bro, if Holland was at United, he wouldn't score any. It would be the same type of shit with like Šeško. Because we would just never... We don't give the striker the ball. It's almost like you get fined. It's like there's like a fine system that every time you give the striker the ball, you get fined. Like that's how like much the players don't want to give the striker the ball. Rashford scored, yeah, dude, 2 goals. Both brilliant goals, but the second one especially, an absolute freaking rocket. Why are you watching the City game over the Barca? I'm watching them both. I started with the City game on the big screen just because I thought it would be a better game. Both good games, but thought it'd be a better game. But the red card kind of ruined it, so I switched it. I have both games on, but as of right now, I'm paying main attention to Newcastle Barca. On my YouTube stream, I have the scoreline of both games. That's why you want to go to YouTube for a better viewing experience. Hit the subscribe button and turn the bell on so you know when your boy goes live. On TikTok, I just have one score. Frankfurt 5-1. Wow, man. Disappointing for Galatasaray. Because Galatasaray, like, they brought in all these high-quality players. I'm sure not only because they want to win the league, but to go far in the Champions League as well. And they're down 4-1. Man U fans talking about Arsenal fans, these old glory merchants. Well, Arsenal fans don't have old glory, they don't have recent glory, and they're not going to have glory in the future. United's had more glory than Arsenal in the last 3 years. So that's the thing. I don't like. Arsenal fans can never compare themselves for United because even at our worst point, we're still more successful than Arsenal. And I'll say this again. Even when United can finish 15th, and United are closer to winning the league than Arsenal are. And that's a fact. Actually makes no sense at all. It makes perfect sense. What do you mean? It's because United's a bigger club, so they have the resources to get back to the top quicker than Arsenal could win the league. Like even now, United finishing 15th. Arsenal cannot sign the same caliber of players United can, no matter what, if they have Champions League football or not. Oh my goodness, Fernan Torres goes down. Could be a penalty. Referee says no. Low-key think it's a penalty. What resources? Money? The literal main resource? Bro, change the topic. You're not helping yourself. Just watch the game. Bro, you can swipe up. I'm going to talk about whatever I want. Had the record revenue year and still lost money. It's just not true. It is true that they had a record revenue year, but not true that they lost money because that doesn't even make sense. That's saying like 1 + 1 = -2. They had the Invincibles where they were unbeaten but also drew 12 times. Yeah, and that's all they ever talk about. Like even that's why that's like they're the only club like they talk about United holding on to glory. Arsenal fans live off that Invincible season, and it was 1 year. That's like freaking Leicester living off like when they won the league. They don't talk about that shit. You know, I couldn't pull even half the players Arsenal got this season. Brother, I know you're an Arsenal fan and you're deluded. Let's be honest. I'm just gonna say 2 names for you of who do players actually want to play for. So I'll tell you 2 names. Actually, I'll tell you a bunch of names. Van Persie, Alexis Sanchez, Samir Nasri, Ashley Cole, Gail Clichy. I could go on. Nobody wants to play for Arsenal. And it's all that Ty talks about. Yeah, Ty's a goofball. Arteta's the biggest choker in the EPL. They will never win trophies. Well, because they have a losing mentality. You know what I mean? You can, like it's the game against Liverpool. You can't play against the big teams and just play for a draw. You know what I mean? And expect to actually win the league. As an example, Sheshko never getting the ball is an insane coaching issue, but this has been the issue, like, this is the same issue under Ten Hag. There's no way they can't get the ball to the 6'5" athlete. It's not even a matter of like I mean, it is a matter of them not possessing the technical ability to get it to him, but they're not even trying. Like if they crossed it to him and you saw the ball, okay, he meant to cross it to Sheshko and it like just didn't get to him, then okay. I mean, obviously it's still not acceptable, but at least you're trying to give him the ball. They're not even aiming for him. They're aiming for fucking like Dorgu and Ahmed. And like I don't care if Ahmed's or Dorgu is free as a bird at the back post. And Sheshko has 2 guys on him. Cross it to fucking Sheshko. And I strongly believe in this. Every time the striker asks for the ball, you give it to him. Because he wouldn't ask for the ball if he didn't believe he was in a position to make something happen. Elliot, what's going on, man? Goonies try to compare themselves to United is the same way rugby fans compare rugby to football. The only comparison is that they both play on grass. Ask anyone to name a current rugby player, dude. Exactly. Can't even name you a rugby team apart from, like, what? The All Blacks? It's the only one I've ever heard of. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like Arsenal don't sign players that, like, other big teams are going for, and then they end up going for Arsenal. The only time that that's happened is with Gyökeres. And even then, like, he's not even that good. Like, Šeško is better than Gyökeres, 100%. Plus, he's younger as well. Like Gyökeres is literally the finished product. Like, no one wanted Eze apart from Spurs. And then even then, they almost didn't even get him. And he's an Arsenal fan. Like, if Eze wasn't an Arsenal fan, he probably would have went to Spurs. Who else did they sign? Some random shit center back from Valencia. Yeah, dude, just really, just a bad club. Bad club they are. But, you know, it is cute. Like, when Arsenal fans think that they're bigger than United, it's cute. It is cute. Like when they get all excited, like thinking they're gonna win a trophy or whatever. Like, it's cute. It's kind of like, you know, like when a kid stays up all night, like, oh, Newcastle pull one back. Might be a little too late, though, but how much out of time are we going to get on here? Arsenal fans, like, when they think they're going to win a trophy, it's like a kid on Christmas, like, thinking, like, he's going to stay up to see Santa. You know what I mean? Good cross. Who's that, Murphy? How much out of time are we getting here? Three years, United hadn't got 3 points from Arsenal. Try again. You can take the points. I'll take the trophies. Like, you know what's funny? Like, I got on my Sunday League team, there's a Newcastle fan on my Sunday League team, and it's kind of like the standards of, like, what's important and what's like Arsenal fans think, like, points are important, you know what I mean? But, like, the end goal is actually winning trophies. And, like, Newcastle, they threw a parade for winning the Carabao Cup. United had a barbecue. And it's the same thing with Arsenal. Like, if Arsenal won the Carabao Cup, they would throw a parade.
What trophy?
You got to do your research, bro. You don't know ball. I can't do your research. Oh, I changed the wrong score. Wrong game. I changed the score to. Who scored the Napoli goal? There was no Napoli goal. I put it on. I did the wrong score when I changed it. Yeah, for the Arsenal fans that don't know, because you just started watching football last year, United won the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Arsenal are going to win the We Tried award again. City game has came to an end, though. 2-0. There was 7 minutes out of time. We're into 3 here. Newcastle scored, hit my both teams to score, and 2.5 on that one, too. Imagine the scenes if Newcastle tie this up. Only one I didn't hit was the City game, thanks to the Napoli red card. Dude, that game got just ruined by that red card. Like, it was a red card, but it was had potential to be such a great game.
Barcelona just looking to keep possession here. Newcastle need to be smart when they win it back. Goalkeeper tries to go long. Opportunity to win it here. Tonali goes down. He looks a little bit injured as well. Barcelona playing on, finding Rafinha out wide right. Into the box he comes. He's closed down by Dan Burn. Through the legs. Does find a shot from Frankie de Jong, I believe. Is a good save by Nick Pope. Another loss this weekend. Relegation awaits. Hey man, even if that happens, United could never win. United could never win another game ever again and then cease to exist, and Arsenal wouldn't come anywhere near them. Barcelona taking their sweet time here on this corner. Do you think we can beat Chelsea? I think we can beat anyone. But will we is a different question. Gooners are the most delusional fan base in the EPL by far. I mean, of course. Like, this is like the history of them. You know what I mean? That's what they're known for. It's like, you remember when United finished second with Ten Hag and Ole? When we finished second, we were like, oh, we're not good enough. We need to be better. Like, we still need to go on to another level. Where Arsenal fans, they're like, oh, this isn't fair. We deserve to win the league. We are good enough. Martinelli's better than Mbappe. Like, that's what Arsenal fans are like. They're like a snot-nosed kid. It's got to be full time here. Spicy, what's going on, man? Canada, 26 in the world? Dude, I can't wait for the World Cup, man. Imagine, I just want to see us win a game. Imagine we get out of the group. There's the full-time whistle. Barcelona get it done 2-1 by 2 brilliant goals from Marcus Rashford. Can he find some consistency? Probably not. All right, boys. I got to go eat some food, but much love to everybody who was up in the stream. We'll be live Saturday. Probably won't be live tomorrow, but other than that, I hope you guys have a brilliant rest of your night. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.